So someone asked me what advice would I give to someone who wants to be a police officer in this era, in this time, in this 2020 time of policing. And my advice that I would give anybody is understand that when you come into this career, you aren't coming in with a clean slate, right? Even though you've never done anything to anybody based on from a police standpoint, you are taking ownership of every other police officer's wrongdoings who have come before you and who are currently doing the job that you're doing, right? So you have to understand and recognize that you come in with a smudge already on your paperwork because you have to take those responsibilities on. Granted, you didn't do anything. So remember that. Also understand why you want to do this job, this career right now. Know why you want to do it. And hold on to that throughout your whole career. What it is about this job that makes you want to do it, know what that is, and hold on to that your whole career. Because that's going to be what you have to revert back to when you feel yourself straying away from that. So understand your why. Those are probably my two biggest pieces of advice. All right, my bad. So yeah, you gotta understand your why, and I think that's gonna be your biggest piece of advice, because this job isn't hard. It isn't hard by any means. You're going to experience hard times, but the job in and of itself isn't hard to do. Really, all this job really requires is respect and common sense for the most part. But everybody polices differently, and that's something that you're going to learn when you come out here and you start working. You see different, like they say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You're going to see a bunch of different ways to do different tasks, and everybody do them differently based on their own personalities. So the job isn't difficult. The hardest part about the job is having to accept the responsibilities or the shortcomings of the officers, like I said, who came before you and who are currently doing this job. But if people know who you are, the real you, the person who you are when you applied, and you continue to be that person over the course of your career, they're going to know you're not one of the people that they're talking about in the news. You're not one of the people that they're talking about on social media. Are there bad cops? Yes. Is there room to have bad cops in a career that you're in? No. I think Chris Rock said it best about you can't have bad pilots. Same with police officers. You can't necessarily have police officers. Other careers, you can have bad employees, but as a police officer, you can't really have that, and we happen to have that in here. But the more good people, not good officers, the more good people who apply, they become good officers, and that way we'll be able to slowly but surely get rid of the bad officers. So I would say, understand that you got to take on those responsibilities of the people before you, and know your why, and you're gonna be good. Because I understand now. At first I didn't. When I first came on, I didn't understand that I had to take on their responsibilities, but it started hitting me when I seen family and friends treat me differently based on stuff they heard other officers do. Knowing it's not me, but they still treat me differently because of the career that I do. And it is what it is. I have to accept that I have to accept how they feel about it. That doesn't make it right, but I understand it. You get what I'm saying? So, understand that part, and then understand your why. I know my why. My why is because I want to be, when I growing up, I never seen any black officers. I wanted to change that, and I'm changing it. And I know a lot of other black officers now who kind of feel the same way. They didn't see black officers growing up, and now they're that black officer they never saw. And I'm making an impact on a lot of people that I interact with. I want to say a lot, if not all. There's a lot of people who, there's only a select few people who don't like me that I've interacted and encountered on the job. But other than that, everyone else, pretty much, if they don't like me, they respect me. They respect what I do and how I do it. I'm fair, but I'm firm. So, if you can understand those two things, I think you can do it. I think anybody can do it. They just got to get past the worrying about what other people think about them doing it. And I think that's what keeps a lot of people from doing it. So, if you want to apply, apply. Any department, I'm pretty sure there's all departments looking for or needing officers right now with everything that's going on. And officer, civilian, doesn't matter. We're going to get through what this is, and hopefully we can make stronger ties and with each other in the community, and we can really grow. Because right now, nobody want to hear the other person's side, and we're really bumping heads. But do those things, and you should be good.